As we talked about at the top of the hour, we just learned this afternoon that Olivia Newton John has died. The chart-topping singer once named one of the world's most beautiful people.
According to a post from her husband on her official Facebook page, she passed away peacefully at a ranch in Southern California this morning. She was surrounded by loved ones. NBC's Mark Barger looks back at her remarkable life and the movie that made her a superstar.
Are you sure? 'Cause I'm sure down deep inside, you're the one I want.
40 years after the 1978 premiere of Grease, Olivia Newton John reunited with co-star John Travolta and talked about the film's legacy.
So we feel very grateful that this is still a part of everyone's, they love it.
Let me be there in your morning. Let me
Newton John's songs were part of America's soundtrack for decades. Her 1973 U.S. debut album, Let Me Be There, produced her first top 10 single. A series of albums in the 1970s and 80s accelerated a music career that would sell more than 100 million albums and produce 15 top 10 singles.
hopelessly devoted to you.
Grease won her worldwide fame in the movies. It was followed by a starring role 2 years later in Xanadu. The 1981 music video of Physical won Newton John one of her 4 Grammy Awards, and Billboard magazine later called it the sexiest song of all time.
That was so naughty in its time and so nothing now.
Olivia Newton John's music endeared her to audiences across the decades, and as she battled cancer, first in the 1990s and in recurring episodes.
I want to see an end to cancer in my lifetime, and that's my goal.
She devoted herself to helping other cancer survivors, traveling the world to raise money and awareness. Her 2011 book featured recipes for healthy eating and raised money for a cancer and wellness center in her hometown of Melbourne, Australia. At age 67, in her 6th decade of recording, Newton John and her daughter Chloe released You Have to Believe. It went to #1 on the Billboard Dance Club chart. When cancer came back in 2017, a tumor at the base of her spine, a U.S. tour was put on hold. She had radiation therapy and used cannabis oil to help. Her second husband, John Easterling, grew marijuana at their California home.
They help with pain, they help with sleep, and so I'm very lucky that I live in a state where it's legal. I mean, how lucky is that?
Olivia Newton John, seemingly a timeless performer who created magical moments for generations of fans. Mark Barger, NBC News.
Really such a talent that has memories spanning generations. People remember her for her work in all kinds of different generations. Olivia Newton John was 73 years old.